If you've been creating content for any type of time, then I know that you've heard at one point or another where you need to niche down. Oh my God, you need to stay on one topic. You need to niche down to, hit your target audience or appear and attract your target audience. Well, I am here to tell you that we are in a new era where you do not have to necessarily niche down the way that some people have been recommending for you to do in the past. Instead of niching down based on your topic, I recommend that you start niching down based on your target viewer. And I'm going to dive really, really deep into this because I think that this is the new era that we're in. There's a couple of people that's already starting to talk about it, but this is going to help the people that are like me, where you like to talk about a lot of different topics and you want to talk about those things on one platform, but you've been stagnant or you felt paralyzed because so many gurus and so many people were telling you, oh, you got to pick one thing and you got to stay with that one thing and find your target audience. There's actually some downsides to doing that on your platform, and I'm going to share that with you today. So before I get into all of that, of course, my name is Lashawnda Smith, and I'm a content creator and content strategist. And if you are new here or a returning subscriber, hey girl, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now let's talk about some of the downsides of niching down based on the topics. Now, if you don't know what a niche is, then I guess I should kind of define that so that you kind of know what the heck I'm talking about. A niche is basically where you pick a specific topic in a specific industry or category, and that is your thing. Like if it's YouTube, maybe you're talking about YouTube like me, that would be your niche. You would talk about YouTube. Or if you're podcasting or you're giving podcast tips, then that would be your niche and you're gonna hone in talking about everything podcasting. Or maybe you're in real estate and so you want to focus on first-time buyers, then that would be your niche, first-time home buyers. So back in the day, when I say back in the day, I mean like for the last decade pretty much, it has been preached for so long to niche down and you need to stay on one thing. And we discovered a lot of different things that happen when you niche down that are not necessarily good for you when you are trying to create and build a personal brand. The first thing that a lot of people start to experience is that you get bored. Like, I couldn't imagine only talking about YouTube. Like, I love YouTube, don't get me wrong, but I have so many different things that I want to cover, like podcasting, creating and selling planners, doing digital, creating and selling digital products, productivity. Like I have different things that I want to help people with. And if I was only able to create content on YouTube, I would get bored and it would lead me to the second thing that I feel a lot of other people struggle with as well. It starts to put you in a box. So for those that don't know my story on this channel, I started this channel out as the first year coach, and I was specializing in helping people in their first year of business. Well, I quickly realized that that was not my thing, okay? I quickly realized that I had put myself in a box and that I forced myself to only be able to focus on creating content specifically for brand new business owners. And I knew that I had so much more that I wanted to be able to expand on, and being in that niche limited me. So I actually ended up completely removing the first year coach off of this YouTube channel, and I just renamed it to Lashawnda Smith. Renaming my channel to Lashawnda Smith not only allows me to become the niche, but it also allows me to expand on different topics that I may want to talk about in the future without it being related to being a first year business owner or even being a business owner in general. And that's what I wanted for my platform. So for you, if you are already niche down or you're considering niche down, I want you to understand that not only are you probably going to get bored, but you're also probably going to feel like you're in a box at some point in time whenever you're wanting to talk about different things that don't align with that topic. And that brings me to the next downside. Whenever you niche down too much, your community begins to expect you to only talk about those topics, and you create a community around that topic. So the moment you try to branch out into something else, your community ain't having it. They're like, look, I came here for podcast tips. I came here for beauty tips. I ain't come here for this other stuff that you're talking about. And what will happen on YouTube specifically, you will find that the niche topics that you're so used to talking about, those videos will still continue to perform well. But the other videos that you try to put out, whether it's a vlog or, something personal, or maybe like just something else that you're trying to test out, those videos will tank on your channel. And you essentially have created a business and your YouTube channel around that specific niche. And so now they're not really open to you talking about other things because they just came to you for one thing. Another downside to niching down is that you can kind of potentially run out of content ideas. So there's only so much you can talk about with a specific topic. And if you've been on YouTube, or if you plan on being on YouTube for years and years to come, you don't want to get into that place where you feel that you are consistently or constantly talking about the same things over and over again. And now you have 50, 1100 videos on the same exact thing because you don't have anything else new that you can really add to that topic. So being able to be your own niche and not focus on one topic that you're talking about allows you to expand in different ideas and still have the same reach, still have the same impact in different ways. And that brings me to my last downside that I want to mention today, and that is you're going to eventually have to pivot. And it's going to be a hard pivot because you're used to talking about one thing, your community is used to you talking about one thing, and now all of a sudden you're ready to talk about something else. And like I said earlier, your audience is not really going to be feeling that. So you're going to eventually have to hard pivot and either start a brand new YouTube channel or start a brand new platform, or you're going to have to hard pivot on your platform and let your community know, hey, moving forward, this is the type of content that I'm going to be creating. And you're going to start losing subscribers as you're balancing out your new channel. So the whole goal is, if you're doing all this hard work to build a YouTube channel, you don't want to eventually come to a hard pivot where now you have to essentially either start all the way over again or revamp your channel and start losing subscribers to get that rebalance and regaining people that are interested in the new stuff. You really want to start off strong with what you want your channel to be about. So let's talk about the new way to become a niche versus having a niche be a topic. So this is what I want you to do instead of niching by topic. I want you to niche by person. And I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Let me explain to you what I mean when I say I want you to niche by person. I don't know if you've ever listened to something where there's a motivational speech or a sermon, because I know sermons, this happens a lot. When you're listening to a sermon or you're listening to something and you just feel that this person was sitting in your living room and you're like, how does this person know what I'm dealing with right now? Like, that is crazy. Like, they're speaking to me. This is what I want you to create for your platforms. This is what I want you to create for your YouTube channel. I want you to niche by person. And what this basically means is you're going to create a target viewer avatar. You're going to essentially create a fake real person, if that makes sense. And this is going to include their age, their gender, do they have kids, are they married, what type of lifestyle do they live? And then more importantly, I want you to write in detail what their background is, like what their backstory is, what are their goals, what are the problems that they're dealing with that you would like to help them with. And I want you to essentially create almost like a real person. I would even put a picture to this person so that you can visually see who it is that you're going to be talking to on your YouTube channel. Once you do this, this is going to make it easier for you to curate different topic ideas on your channel that person will like. And this is really beneficial to both you and your target, because one person that may be interested in beauty, for example, if you know exactly the lifestyle that they live, the situations that they may put in, if they have a family, they have a husband and kids and things like that, there are other things that you'll be able to talk about on that channel that they will click on because you're talking directly to them, or you're talking about something that resonates with them or that is beneficial to them. So if you decided to do a cooking video for the busy mom or the stay-at-home mom or whatever, if that is your target viewer anyway, you can do that alongside with creating how to do your hair as a busy mom. I want you to get niche down based on the person that you're trying to reach versus the topic that you want to cover. This is really good for you if you tend to pivot a lot, or if you have a lot of ideas that you want to cover and you don't know how to put all of those topics on one channel. Niching down by the person versus the topic will allow you to do that, and it won't seem like your channel is all over the place. So I want to reiterate that just because you're targeting one person I'm not saying that you're only going to get one view. What I am saying is that one person that you're targeting, there's millions of people that are like that one person, and that's how you're going to build your community, because you're speaking to one person and you're going to start bringing those same type of people over to your platform, and they're going to be like, oh, this girl's sitting on my couch Like, she is sitting on my couch, she is in my living room, she is telling me my life. Like, how does she know about this stuff? And they're going to be more willing to listen to you and your advice if they feel that you're talking directly to them. So that's what I really want you to focus on. This also makes your content much more helpful because it's much more specific. Because you're talking to a specific person, you can go into a lot more detail that will really, really help that specific person, versus if you're talking to a broad audience and you're trying to speak to everybody, and therefore you're not talking to anybody. Nobody is resonating with what you're saying. No one is really finding the value in what you're saying because you're trying to talk to too many people at one time. Talking to that one person is really going to help you stand out and really going to help people become loyal to your brand, because you sit in their living room and they're like, girl, she gonna get me together. She gonna help me with this. Oh my God, like, her channel is just for me. And they're gonna look at all of your content because all of your content is really helpful and specific to that person. So the best thing that you can do once you have your target viewer avatars, like I said earlier, make sure that you're highlighting and writing out what problems they're specifically dealing with that you would like to help them solve, as well as creating content buckets for that specific person. And what content buckets are basically, they're basically different topics that you want to specialize in. So we're not going to talk about everything, okay? Because I know where you was finna go. You want to stay with 4 to 5 core content buckets that you want to rotate on your channel that's going to specifically help that person. So once you have that, now you can start creating your content ideas around that, and now you won't feel like you're stuck in a box. You won't feel that you're going to get bored with your channel, and you're going to be able to hit on multiple things on your YouTube channel or on your other platforms because you have those content buckets and you know exactly who you're targeting. So that's what I would suggest you do. And before I wrap this up, I want to give you this bonus tip that I feel is going to really help you. So when you are building your personal brand, I want you to make sure that although you're going to be doing talking head videos similar to like this one, I want you to also incorporate some vlog content and different video ideas that will allow people to learn about you, because you want to create topic ideas that not only is relatable to your target viewer, but that's also going to give them different pieces of your story, that's going to give them different things to learn about you through the process. And the best way to get someone to learn about you is through vlogging and through sharing your personal experiences. So what I would recommend for you to do is sprinkle that type of content here and there. If you're in the process of growing your actual channel, you don't have to do it a lot, but once you start kind of getting a community around your business and your YouTube channel, you want to start sprinkling in some vlogs and sprinkling in some personal elements about you with your videos, so that way people can really get to know you, and that's going to also help you create super fans and create a loyal community around your personal brand on YouTube or TikTok or wherever you're trying to grow your platform. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions about how to niche down and how to create your target viewer avatar, definitely let me know your questions down in the comments. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.